Salam everyone. Today we'll be talking about Hazrat Umar radiallahu anh and his life and his significance in the history of Islam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وأزواجه وأصحابه أجمعين الطيبين الظاهرين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Umar ibn Al-Khattab was born about 13 years after our Prophet ﷺ in the noble tribe of Quraysh, clan of Adi. His lineage meets the lineage of our Prophet ﷺ in Ka'b ibn al-Lu'ay, and before Islam, he was known for his strength, eloquence, and firm character. He was literate, rare among Quraysh, and served as an envoy and judge in the affairs of the people of Quraysh. Umar radiallahu anh initially opposed Islam fiercely. He set out one day to kill our Prophet ﷺ, but on the way, he learned that his sister and her husband, Sayyid ibn Zayd and Fatima, had embraced Islam. When he arrived at their house, hearing verses from Surah Taha softened his heart. He asked to be taken to the Prophet ﷺ and declared the Shahada before the believers in Dar al-Arqam. His acceptance strengthened the Muslims so that they could pray openly at the Kaaba. He was known as Al-Farooq, the one who distinguishes truth from falsehood, a title given by the Prophet ﷺ himself. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah has placed truth upon Umar's tongue and in his heart. His judgments and opinions often coincided with divine revelation. Several times, verses were revealed agreeing with his words, such as command for hijab, the station of Maqam Ibrahim, and the prohibition of praying over hypocrites. Umar radiallahu anh was tall, strong, and commanding in presence, yet humble in spirit. His heart trembled at the mention of Allah. He would weep often in prayer, and his tears left marks on his cheeks. He was known for deep justice, compassion for the poor, and fearless defense of the truth. From the day he embraced Islam, he was among the closest of companions to our Prophet ﷺ. He stood beside the Prophet in every battle and council. When the Prophet sought advice, he usually turned to Abu Bakr and Umar radiallahu anh first. Our Prophet ﷺ said, if there were to be a prophet after me, it would be Umar radiallahu anh. He was one of the 10 promised paradise, also known as Al-Ashara Mubashara, and his name was mentioned often in glad tidings of Jannah. After the passing away of our Prophet, Abu Bakr radiallahu anh became the first Caliph, and during his Caliphate, Umar radiallahu anh was his chief advisor. And after the passing of Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, he was appointed as the second Caliph. His rule lasted about 10 years and became known as the golden era of justice. He expanded the Muslim state from Persia to Egypt, established the public treasury, set fixed stipends for soldiers, and organized the judiciary, introducing the Islamic calendar beginning from Hijrah. He expanded the Muslim state from Persia to Egypt, established the public treasury, set fixed stipends for soldiers, organized the judiciary, and introduced the Islamic calendar beginning from the Hijrah. He personally walked the streets at night to look after his people. Once, he saw a woman boiling water to quiet her children. Seeing this, he rushed to the treasury, carried flour on his back, and cooked for them himself. Despite ruling over vast lands, he lived simply, patched clothes, coarse food, and no guard at his door. He forbade himself and his governors from luxury and kept their wealth in check. When Jerusalem was conquered, he entered the city wearing a patched garment, leading his servant's camel in turns. The Christian patriarch was astonished at his humility and handed him the keys to the city in peace. In the year 23 after Hijrah, while leading the dawn prayer in Medina, Umar radiallahu anh was stabbed. Even as he bled, he appointed a council of 6 to choose the next Caliph, saying, if I were to name a successor, I would choose as Abu Bakr did. And if I left it to the people, I would trust the believers. He was buried later beside the Prophet ﷺ and Abu Bakr in the sacred chamber. Before passing, he said to his son, Abdullah, place my head on the head. Woe to me if my Lord does not show me mercy. The hadith that stands out the most about Hazrat Umar radiallahu anh is when our Prophet ﷺ said, indeed, shaitan runs away from the shadow of Umar radiallahu anh, stating his just and truthful character. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anh's leadership combined power and mercy, vision and humility. Under him, justice became the mark of governance, and the weak could stand before the strong without any fear. His reforms shaped Islamic civilization for centuries. He was the Farooq, the divider between truth and falsehood, whose name still echoes wherever justice is mentioned. May Allah be forever pleased with Umar radiallahu anh. Ameen. Until next time. Salam.